revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody new, so I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do better. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready? Ready? Gun, gun, gun.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play there on the first play of the game. 62 yards.
First down, Carolina.
So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Pitches to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. On the ground, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They go play action. Winston. Oh, he's going to air it out right. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Quick slant caught by Moore. The 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 49 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Jameis to throw it. Going deep this time. And got his man complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scott Miller, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got... Good game going ahead of us. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at the 18. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's got Green. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To throw again on second down. Winston going up top for Miller. Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Check. Let him go.
Again, it's Winston. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. From the gun, here's Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton going for... He's got a man. Complete. That one good for 37 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Newton. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Newton now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second and a couple, Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Edelman was the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception, Winston. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Winston completes this to Waring. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd down, McKinnon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 5.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Check. Easy. Mike, check. 59. Watch the run. He's checking. Crash.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got Evans. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston is going to... That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Wait. Easy. I got you. Follow. 59. Off 59. And we got to get to the ball, team.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A.J. Green there to make the grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point right down the middle. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Newton. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
13 yards. First down, Panthers.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Well, the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Newton now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Gun.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. But we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Come on, fellas.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hustle. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you.
Play fake. Winston. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, McKinnon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Get ready. Mike's 59. I'm coming.
From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
20.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. He knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Buccaneers' 46-yard line.
Okay, 180.
Check Mike, 39. Check back.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line.
1st down.
We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
And they'll get this down to the 10. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Check.
From the gun, Newton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
A first down throw for Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. To throw is Winston. Screen play, McKinnon. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To the air again with Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 30 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the draw, Pirine. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Let's go.
A gain of 12. And a Panther first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind. Throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Newton. Steps away. Setting up the screen to Pirine. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Here's Pirine. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On first down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
To try again after the sack, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a carry for Pirine. And an alley to run. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
At the 13-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
45, 45, Mike, 45. Let's get off the field, Jesus.
McCaffrey on the toss right. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
You don't want no problems with me.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Newton to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Switch. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Mike 5'9". Let's go.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's got Green. And they work this out past the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here's Winston. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
I got you, boy.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he powers his way up past the 30.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tight, watch left. Everyone's got 4 down. Mike, check, 59. Come on, D.
The Bucks go for it. It's Winston. Open man is Miller. He's got him. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Check, 59. Watch the pass. Watch twist. Hey, watch twist. 5 on the 50. Watch out.
Here's McKinnon. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
You got him. You got him. You got him. Ready.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Check 59, Mike. Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. It's wearing the tight end with it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now McKinnon. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, stop. 59, Mark. Green, 17. Check, 59. You got nothing today.
Now Winston. That's going to be caught. 25 yards that time. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Show it up. Tommy. Wait.
They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
In the backfield, standing alone on 2nd and goal is McKinnon. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Here we go. 780. 54. Rebut.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Slant route caught by Edelman. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, and it's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brandon Graham. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they take a knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bucs, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.